Welcome to True Life Lessons. Today we explore a timeless tale about the courage required to build your own path. In an ancient Indian village, time stood still, and destiny was written before birth, binding every soul to their ancestors. Here, the son of a potter was born to shape clay, and the son of a farmer was born to plough. Meet Ravi, a young boy with a gentle spirit, destined by tradition to toil the land just like his father. However, while his hands held the farming tools, his heart beat for a different rhythm, one of creation and art. He did not see firewood when he looked at timber. He saw sleeping gods and animals waiting to be set free. His passion for woodcarving was a burning fire, a secret joy that made the heavy days in the fields bearable. But in this village, dreaming was a dangerous luxury. His father saw the carving as a distraction from their survival. With harsh words, his father demanded he drop the knife and focus on the crops that fed their hungry family. The village elders agreed with his father, whispering that a farmer seeking to be an artist was foolish and arrogant. Ravi felt the weight of centuries of tradition crushing his chest, trapping him in a life he did not choose. He wondered if he was doomed to live and die in these fields, never knowing the beauty his hands could create. Seeking answers, Ravi wandered to the edge of the village, where a wise Sadhu sat beneath a giant banyan tree. The old monk saw the turmoil in the young boy's heart and beckoned him closer with a gentle, knowing smile. Ravi poured out his grief, explaining how his love for carving was being suffocated by the expectations of his people. The wise man did not offer pity. Instead, he pointed to the sky and began to tell a powerful story. He spoke of a bird that lived in a massive flock, fighting daily for scarce scraps of food on dry land. This brave bird dreamt of lush forests beyond the horizon, but the flock warned him that leaving meant certain death. They told him to be grateful for the scraps, screaming that safety lay in numbers and conformity was the only way. Ignoring their fear, the little bird spread his wings and flew into the unknown, leaving the noise of the crowd behind. He found a paradise of abundance, proving that the greatest rewards await those who dare to fly alone against the wind. The story struck Ravi like lightning. He realized that greatness requires the courage to walk a solitary and difficult path. He understood now that following the crowd would lead him nowhere, while following his heart could lead to his destiny. Ravi made a silent vow that night. He would respect his duty to his family, but he would not kill his soul. He chose the hardest path of all. By day, he was the dutiful son, working the fields until his muscles screamed. But when the village slept and the moon rose high, his second life began in the quiet shadows of the barn. Under the flickering light, he picked up his chisel. Fatigue vanished, replaced by the divine energy of pure creation. Stroke by stroke, he poured his unspoken emotions into the wood, turning his pain and hope into tangible beauty. Sleep became a stranger to him. He burned the candle at both ends, driven by a vision only he could see. Every morning, he washed away the sawdust and put on the mask of the farmer, hiding his masterpiece from the world. Months turned into years. His secret collection grew, hidden beneath piles of straw, a treasure trove of silent dedication. His skills sharpened into perfection. The wood seemed to turn into liquid silk under his touch, obeying his every command. The villagers mocked his exhaustion, calling him a dreamer who was wasting his life chasing shadows instead of growing wheat. But Ravi remembered the bird. He knew that those who fly alone have the strongest wings and the clearest view. One fateful afternoon, destiny arrived in a carriage. A wealthy merchant from the capital was passing through their humble village. As fate would have it, His carriage wheel broke right outside Ravi's home, forcing the merchant to seek shelter and water. While Ravi served water, a sudden gust of wind blew aside the straw covering, revealing the wooden gods hidden underneath. The merchant froze. He was a connoisseur of art, and he had never seen such raw emotion captured in timber. He picked up a carving, his fingers tracing the delicate lines. He asked who the master was that created this miracle. Ravi's father, trembling, pointed to his son, expecting the merchant to scold the boy for wasting time on toys. Instead, the merchant bowed to the boy. He declared that these hands were too precious to be roughened by a plough. He offered a sum of gold that the family could not earn in 10 lifetimes, asking to take Ravi to the city. The father looked at the gold, then at his son's scarred hands. He realized he had almost crushed a diamond thinking it was glass. Ravi packed his simple tools. He was leaving the safety of the flock to fly towards the forest he had always dreamed of. As the carriage rolled away, the villagers who once mocked him now watched in silence, witnessing the ascent of a star. In the royal capital, Ravi's talent flourished. He was no longer a farmer's son, but a master artisan of the kingdom. He carved stories of gods and heroes, but his favorite subject remained the simple birds that dared to fly alone. Even the king bowed before Ravi's art, acknowledging that true nobility comes from talent and spirit, not just from birth. Back in the village, his father held the gifts with trembling hands, tears washing away the dust on his old face. He finally understood the lesson. The safest path is not the one others walk, but the one your heart dictates. Ravi stood on the palace balcony, looking at the horizon. He had built his own world with his own 2 hands. He realized that if he had listened to the world, he would still be plowing dirt. Instead, he was shaping history. His hands were adorned with gold, but the calluses of hard work remained, a reminder of the price he paid for freedom. This story is not just about Ravi. It is about you. It is about the hidden voice whispering in your soul. Society wants you to fit in. They want you to be a brick in the wall, indistinguishable from the rest. But you were born to stand out. Do not fear the solitude of the unique path. Fear the comfort of the cage. Your life is that block of raw wood. You hold the chisel. Will you let others rot you, or will you carve? It takes courage to disappoint others to be true to yourself. But that is the only way to find true peace. When you succeed, you become a lighthouse for others, showing them that it is possible to survive the flight alone. The little bird did not just find food, he found his true nature. He found the sky that belonged to him. Walk your path with your head held high. Let the noise of the crowd fade until you only hear your heart. The journey will be lonely at first. The nights will be long. But the sunrise at the destination is yours alone. Do not die with your music still inside you. Do not leave this world as a rough block of uncarved wood. Pick up your tools today. Whatever your passion is, start carving. The world is waiting for the masterpiece only you can create. Ignore the mockers. They are merely afraid of the light that shines from those who are truly free and alive. Be the shooting star that defies the stillness of the night. Burn bright, burn fast, and leave a trail of wonder. Wisdom is timeless, but action must be taken now. The shade of the tree is comfortable, but growth happens in the sun. Believe in your vision when no one else does. That belief is the fuel that will carry you through the dark. Success is not given, it is carved out of the hard rock of adversity with the chisel of persistence. Ravi found his way. Now it is your turn. What is the dream you have buried under the soil of fear? Dig it up, water it with your sweat. Let it grow towards the sun, no matter how hard the ground is. Remember, better to walk alone on the right path than to walk with a million people on the wrong one. Your life is your message to the world. Make sure it is a message of courage, truth, and unyielding passion. If this story inspired you, please share it with someone who needs the courage to chase their own dreams today. Thank you for watching True Life Lessons. Carve your own masterpiece from the raw wood of life. Subscribe for more.